5 potent station wagons from the golden age of muscle cars. In the golden age of American muscle, horsepower wasn't reserved only for sleek coupes and stylish convertibles. Some of the most surprising performance machines came in the most practical body of all, the family station wagon. These weren't just grocery getters, they were heavy hitters, hiding big block V8s under their hoods and proving that even the family car could pack a serious punch. Today, let's take a drive back in time and explore 5 of the most powerful, underrated, and unforgettable muscle wagons ever built. 1963 Pontiac Tempest Super Duty Wagon. Our journey begins in the winter of 1962. Inside Pontiac's engineering department, someone dared to ask a bold question. What if we put our racing engine into a station wagon? The result was nothing short of extraordinary. In 1963, Pontiac produced just 6 Super Duty Tempest wagons. On the outside, they looked like ordinary family cars. But under the hood was a 421 cubic inch V8, tuned for the drag strip and making well over 400 horsepower. Thanks to the wagon's nearly perfect 50/50ths weight distribution, these unassuming machines could cover the quarter mile in the low 12-second range, quicker than most muscle cars of their time. At the drag strip, it was a sight to behold, a plain-looking family wagon roaring down the track, leaving competitors stunned. These cars weren't built for errands, they were built for victory, and to this day, they remain some of the rarest, fastest grocery getters ever made. 1966 Dodge Polara wagon. By the mid-1960s, Dodge decided family hauling didn't have to be dull. Enter the 1966 Polara wagon, a massive, full-size family hauler that could be ordered with Dodge's new 440 cubic inch big block V8. This engine delivered 335 horsepower, enough to push the Polara from 0 to 60 in just about 7.5 seconds. For a car that could carry half the neighborhood, that was remarkable. Picture this: a parent behind the wheel, kids in the back, and a carpool run that suddenly turns into a performance display. To the outside world, it looked like a responsible family car, but to the driver, it was something else entirely, a muscle car in disguise. Today, 440-powered Polara wagons are extremely rare. Finding one is like discovering hidden treasure, a reminder of when Dodge believed that bigger truly meant better. 1969 Ford Country Squire 429. For decades, the Ford Country Squire was the definition of the American family wagon. With its trademark wood grain panels and clever magic door gate, it was a familiar sight in driveways across the country. But in 1969, Ford quietly transformed the Country Squire from respectable suburban transport into something far more exciting. Buyers could now opt for the 429 cubic inch V8, producing 365 horsepower. That meant this 500-pound wagon could sprint to 60 miles per hour in about 7.5 seconds, fast enough to surprise plenty of drivers at a stoplight. Imagine pulling into the country club parking lot. Dozens of wagons lined up, all carrying families and groceries. But yours? Yours hit a muscle car's heart beneath that wood grain trim. The Country Squire proved you didn't have to sacrifice excitement for responsibility. 1970 Buick Estate wagon. By 1970, Buick returned to the station wagon market after a 6-year absence, and they came back in style. The Buick Estate wagon was elegant, sharing its front-end design with the prestigious Electra sedan. But beneath its refined exterior was something unexpected: Buick's mighty 455 cubic inch V8. With 350 horsepower, this 5,000-pound machine wasn't about drag racing, it was about effortless authority. 0 to 60 came in 7.8 seconds, but more importantly, it did so with the smoothness and refinement Buick was known for. This was a car that projected confidence. Pulling up to the country club, you had a wagon that looked sophisticated but had the muscle to back it up. It wasn't loud or brash, it was quiet strength wrapped in luxury. 1970 Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser 455. And finally, we arrive at one of the most distinctive wagons of them all, the Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser. Introduced in the mid-1960s, the Vista Cruiser stood out with its panoramic roof windows, turning family road trips into something special. Passengers didn't just ride, they experienced the journey. But in 1970, Oldsmobile took it a step further. Buyers could order the 455 cubic inch V8, producing nearly 390 horsepower. Suddenly, this family-friendly wagon could hit 60 miles per hour in the low 6-second range, territory reserved for serious muscle cars. It was a car that could carry 8 passengers, all their luggage, and still put up performance numbers that rivaled the best of its time. The Vista Cruiser proved that practicality and excitement didn't have to be opposites. they could live under the same roof.